Dr. Mahesh was like checking his pulse for focusing on my forehead. I could see like I don't know if I can say like kind of a data migration happening, but literally can see that something is going on in me, which and in I'm an electronic engineer, so I would say like someone going to the into the server and grabbing the data kind of thing. Sorry, my name is Srinivas. I'm from Austin, USA. Earlier, a year back, I have come to Dr. Mahesh for a physical Nadi Pariksha, and at that time I had several complaints about like my breathing and my snoring and a lot more. I would say I was in a much bad condition. So after the Nadi Pariksha and some of the counseling, especially about my lifestyle, those have changed me a lot in the way I think, in the way I eat, and the way I sleep, I would say. So basically my entire around the clock, the way I behave with myself. And after an year, and now I'm here for my Doot Nadi Pariksha. What it means is Dr. Mahesh is still in India. I'm in USA, and still as at the beginning I thought like I had to talk a lot, but then you know, Dr. Mahesh had his way. And he kind of like already said like what is going in my life, um, and then I need to do my more of my practices. But honestly, like even with Doot Nadi Pariksha, I don't feel that except that the camera and stuff, but I really don't. I think I had the same counseling on my lifestyle, what I need to do, and how I need to change my lifestyle to come over my problems internally, rather rather than an external focus of it. So yeah, thank you, Dr. Mahesh.
So I have one question, Srinivas. Now, if at the diagnosis, what we did physically when you were here in Bangalore versus the diagnosis with Doot Nadi Pariksha, where I'm feeling my pulse focusing on your forehead, and I'm recording the information and then sharing the evaluation with you. So, how do you rate both of them? I mean, one versus the other.
Sure. And yeah, as far as diagnosis is concerned, honestly, I thought like I said, I may have to talk more that now we are like away from from different countries, right? But I really didn't feel any difference, and what all I had to say is like seeing the camera as similar that physically when I was in Bangalore, I was like looking into the eyes of Dr. Mahesh. So I really didn't feel any difference. And from the diagnosis evaluation itself, I think again I felt no difference because as Dr. Mahesh was going through the diagnosis, it was as itself like he's reading through my through me or what's going on internally, and it pretty matches with what usually some of the conversations that I would have with my own with my wife. So from the diagnosis or the evaluation, I really don't see any difference except that the feel of my hand. And also I think the one thing that I also want to mention is when I've started like when I was like checking his pulse for focusing on my forehead, I could see like I don't know if I can say like kind of a data migration happening, but literally can see that something is going on in me, which and in I'm an electronic engineer, so I would say like someone going to the into the server and grabbing the data kind of thing.